Well, let's hope I'm onto something. Throwing black swim baits. Normally I'd be throwing like a bluegill or a clear, but I switched to black. I don't know, I've been down here for 15 minutes and just pulled out a 1-pound smallie. Hopefully my morning keeps going this way, and hopefully I get some good fishing vids for you. Here we go. Okay, I am more than sure this has happened to many a YouTuber. However, this is the first time it's happened to me, and it's driving me batty. Somehow the footage of this 1-pound smallie, or at least this fish that I caught this morning, is toast. It's unusable, it's uneditable. I can't even export it. I don't know how I even got it on my computer. But have a look at how this thing turned out. Absolutely friggin' horrible. But I will get to all trashy, nasty. Completely horrible. I don't know if you can read it yet or if you can see it, but there we go. I'm gonna weigh it, and after I weigh it, it is 1.08 pounds. It's the largest smallmouth that I've caught out of that river. Most of them have all been dinks up to that point. But super frustrating that it won't export. I can't get this video to export or do anything. 1.08, you can see on the scale there. I take one more look at her, and then I throw her back in. I ended up losing both those swim baits today, getting them hung up, and doggone it, man, didn't catch any more fish because I only brought 2 black swim baits with me, and that's all they were biting today was black. But there you go. Footage of my fishing trip this morning, and I caught 1.08 pound smallie. It was a good looking fish. It was gorgeous. And here I am editing my video, and I can't get that video to come through. Alright guys, I just want to take a quick minute to talk about something that I've figured out with some of my terminal tackle, specifically around swim baits. I have been using these. These are Eagle Claw, laser sharp, swim bait 1/4 ounce, 2-inch to 4-inch baits. I get about 3 in a pack. These are 1/4 ounce. I bought 1/8 ounce as well. That's typically what I like to fish my swim baits on. Fish my swim baits on. What I've found is I've been missing a lot of fish. And I used to think that they're just not hungry, or they were hitting it out of anger, or whatever the case might be. But I'm starting to think that's not the case. What I'm finding out, and if you look, see how the hook eye that holds the bait keeper has a really sharp, almost 90-degree bend, probably 70 or 80 degrees, and it comes directly out in a direct line with the end of the hook. Now this is very, very good for rigging your swim bait because that hook will sit right on top of your swim bait perfectly. However, it's very bad for setting the hook. You have less than 1 inch of soft swim bait that doesn't have any metal in it to actually have a fish bite down on before you set the hook. I'm pretty sure that that's why I was missing my fish. Now I buy these, and I bought another brand, and I've since switched over to a different brand. That would be Gamakatsu. Now, here's what I like about Gamakatsu. Gamakatsu, if you take a look, has a way smaller degree bend. It's almost a 25 or 30 degree bend, if that, from the hook point, or from a straight line from the hook. You can see that bait keeper as it falls compared to that one. If I angle the hooks to try to make them an even angle, let me back up here, hopefully you can see that. If I make those hooks an even point or an even angle, you can see this bait keeper is in direct line. This bait keeper is falling back here. Now, what that does, even if you're angling your bait keeper, where's your hook point at? It's pointing straight up into the roof's mouth of the fish. This one, even angled straight at it, at a best shot, is pointing straight out. For me to try to angle it even more, like to angle it in, where's that hook point out? Now it's pointing down. One more example of this in probably good motion. This is something I used today. This is a Strike King belly blade. This is the lightest that they carry. I believe it's a 1/4 ounce. The belly blade in and of itself, you can see it's that same easy angle on the eye of the hook that you tie your line to, and the hook point points straight out. Now, rigging, these are a little bit more difficult to rig. However, you're probably going to catch more fish with them. I know I did. The 1.08 pound smallie that I caught today, biggest smallie I pulled out of the river this year, is, sad to say, only 1.08 pounds. However, that's what I caught it on. I caught it on a Gamakatsu. They weren't hitting this at all, and I think it had to do with the blade. So I lost the black one, pulled that off. I only took two. I took a black and I took a black cherry, and I'll get to these in a second. I had the black cherry on this with the belly blade. I almost want to call it an underspin, but it's not right. That's a Strike King underspin. That's the belly bait for a swim bait hook, and I prefer swim bait hooks right now. I'm pretty sure it was the belly blade, the blade that was throwing them off. They just didn't want to hit it. Once I moved the black cherry to just a regular plain swim bait hook, started smashing it again, and then I hung that one and lost it. And I only brought 2 black baits with me, so I had to go with typical of what I've been throwing, which are the regular colored Kitex, bluegill, flash, a couple of different colors, and I even threw clear for a little bit. And I've got a little bit longer ones in clear, and I've got some short ones in clear. However, they didn't touch them. They didn't even hit them. I didn't even get a bite on them. So that tells me a couple of things. I definitely need to get more black. On our anniversary, driving through all the wildfires, cue footage. We drove to Medford and spent our 11-year anniversary in Medford for a couple of nights. Ate a bunch of In-N-Out, and it's one of the reasons why we went there. It was to definitely chow down on In-N-Out. They don't have anything in Portland that's even close to that. So while I was down there, I went into the couple of stores that they had. They have a Field and Stream store, which is a partner with Dick's Sporting Goods, I believe. And then they also have like a Fisherman's Warehouse type of a deal. In there, I saw black and black cherry. These are the only 2 black colored swim baits I have. Needless to say, I'm either going to be ordering a bunch online, or I'm going to hit Fisherman's Warehouse later today. I need some line conditioner, and I'm hoping to pick up a bunch more of these swim baits. So that's what they're hitting. Info on the hooks. Just an FYI, I did try to bend this out, and I will tell you, even trying to bend the hook and modify the hook, and I've got big old fat meat hooks in the way, so you can't really see. This is the regular hook with the regular angle. I took a pair of pliers to it and tried to open the hook mouth up and bend the eyelet down, and you've got a little bit of an offset, but as it sits right now, I'd really have to bend to try to get that bad boy right there, even remotely close to something I'm going to want to use. And that's about it. And I've bent. Still feels pretty strong to me. I don't feel like I'm going to lose a fish, but I've had to bend on that hook some. So I'm going to try to bend them. I'm going to try to salvage them. I'm going to fish with them. In the meantime, in buying more, it's just going to be Gamakatsu and Strike King pretty much all the way. I hope me sharing this information has helped some of you guys out. I hope, you know, I gotta say I've primarily fished swim baits just a couple of ways. I've either fished them on a head or I've fished them with an underspin. And sometimes I just think it's too much. I think a lot of that stuff, especially the underspin, doesn't look like a bait fish. I mean, it looks like a bait fish with a weird friggin' blade coming out of the belly of it. I'm gonna hope, like summertime, that's probably gonna excite some more fish, especially when they're feeding on them. But in the Tualatin River where I'm fishing right now, I'm not seeing a whole lot of action that way. But once I throw on a regular, plain old weighted swim bait hook, and I prefer as light as possible, we're talking 1/8 of an ounce, which is what this is. It's barely added weight to the hook. I get more fish and it swims more natural on these hooks. Well, with this style of fishing for swim baits, I'm gonna do the big 1/2 ounces and the underspins and the rest of it to come along with it. At least primarily where I'm fishing now. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys get something out of it. If you've got swim bait tips, I've only got about 8 subscribers right now. But anybody out there, if you're watching this video and you've got some swim bait tips you want to share, feel free to leave it in the comments. Please do me a solid. If you like my videos, have a look at a few more. If you've liked this one, have a look at a few more. If you like some of my videos, subscribe. Hit that like, that thumbs up button. Leave me some comments. I'd appreciate the feedback as I'm trying to get back into this. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and always remember to share your passion. Later. All right, guys, quick, I just want to take a quick minute to